Okay, so listen, guys. Mike Brown has made a huge roster decision, and that's bad news for Ariel Hukporti. According to Mike Brown, Hukporti has lost his spot in the rotation. We're going to break down all of these latest reports today. This episode is presented by FanDuel. We have a goal of trying to reach 40,000 subscribers, and we could really use your support. If you enjoy daily Knicks content, please hit that subscribe button. And now, let's get started. Mike Brown makes a huge roster decision. The Knicks look like one of the best teams in basketball. That's thanks to Mike Brown's new system and him limiting the rotation to 9 core players. But recently, he made a roster decision that nobody saw coming. Shout out to NBA insider Steph Bondy with the New York Post for giving us this following information. According to him, opening night starter Ariel Hukporti remains out of the rotation, and Brown said he wasn't sure if he'll be back. Here's what Mike Brown had to say exactly about Ariel Hukporti. According to him, I don't know. I can probably play 10 guys, and right now, he's not in the top 10. So he's just got to keep himself ready. And when his number's called, he's just got to go out there and he's got to play hard on both ends of the floor for his minutes. Ariel Hukporti, a second-year center from Germany, started twice this season in place of Mitchell Robinson, who at the time was managing an injury. However, Hukporti struggled and has since collected only garbage time over the last few games. Let's go back to the other slide real quick because there's a line that Brown said that we have to mention once again. He said, I can probably play 10 guys, and right now, he's not in the top 10. So just to understand this for a second, right now, New York is playing 9 core players and sometimes going to a 10th player. And that 10th player, when the New York Knicks are fully healthy and Mitchell Robinson is starting, that player is Gerson Yabusele. And nobody else is really getting minutes. None of the young players, Pacome Dadier, Tyler Kolek, and yes, Ariel Hukporti. So even if the Knicks wanted to play Hukporti, they wanted him to be the 10th man off the bench. And as the 10th man off the bench, he would be playing limited minutes. And if you need an example of that, all you have to do is look at Gerson Yabusele and his minutes. His minutes have gone up and down all season long. That's because when the Knicks are fully healthy, he barely plays. And when the Knicks are missing Mitchell Robinson or some other players, he plays additional minutes, sometimes 10 to 14 minutes a game. And that's fine. I can understand why that happens. Some people don't understand why Yabusele is playing over players like Hukporti, Kevin McCullough Jr., or some other young Knicks players. The main reason for that is because the Knicks signed Gerson Yabusele in free agency. They made an investment into him. And when you do that, you have to see how that investment looks. So you have to give that player minutes at every single opportunity that you can. And I think that's exactly what Mike Brown is doing. However, in my opinion, we know the double big lineup works. When Robinson is not in the game, we see opposing players go at Karl Anthony Towns or whoever is the center at that point in time. That's because Mitchell Robinson is no longer in the game. In order to prevent that, the best thing that Mike Brown can do is to try to replicate that lineup. And the only way to do that is to use another big. And in my opinion, in those moments, in those games, Hukporti should be coming in right after Mitchell Robinson. Even though Ariel Hukporti is not Mitchell Robinson, he's still a big. And I think if you want to replicate what Robinson would give you if he could play more minutes, the best way to do that is to play Ariel Hukporti and Karl Anthony Towns or Hukporti and another big. That is the main thing New York should be doing right now, because if you do that, you're still able to utilize your players. You're still able to play the matchups, keep what you have working on the floor, and likely prevent the other team from making constant runs. Exactly what New York wants to do defensively. Hukporti deserves additional minutes this season, with Mitchell Robinson playing limited minutes, and some games not even playing them because of load management or back-to-backs. Those opportunities, They're made for Hukporti. He needs to be given those opportunities. And I understand to an extent why New York is playing Gerson Yabusele. But I thought Mike Brown was going to play the matchups. And sometimes, in some cases, the matchups tell you that Hukporti is the better option over Gerson Yabusele. But even when that's the case, we still don't see that happen. Now, I'm not sure if Ariel Hukporti is in the doghouse because when he was given opportunity, he really didn't do anything with the opportunity. And if you do that enough times, maybe under Mike Brown, maybe that ruins your future opportunities. But in my opinion, that really doesn't make sense. He's a younger player. He's expected to make mistakes. And if you make mistakes and you get pulled right away, you can't learn from those mistakes. Let him play through them, especially if we're playing a team that really isn't going to come back or do anything to beat us. If it's against one of those teams, allow Hukporti to play significant minutes. Allow him to develop. Hukporti, with game time playing experience throughout this season, in the postseason, will be a monster for New York if he's given the opportunity to fail and learn through his mistakes. And shout out to channel sponsor FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, for giving us this updated information and these latest odds on who's going to win the Eastern Conference this season. The Cavs are still on top at plus 200. The New York Knicks are still in second place at plus 390, although if they keep winning like this, it's only a matter of time before they take that top spot. The Orlando Magic, who the Knicks will face after they take on the Memphis Grizzlies tomorrow night, on Wednesday night, they're on this list. They're at plus 750. The 76ers, they're at plus 850. The Pistons, they're at plus 1100. But let me tell you something. If these guys continue to play well, their odds, they're going to jump up as well too. The Boston Celtics, rounding out this list, are at plus 1200. But going back to Mike Brown and him electing not to play Ariel Hukporti moving forward, or at least not likely finding minutes for Hukporti consistently moving forward, it probably has to be a very tough situation to be in. Because on one hand, if you're Mike Brown, you want to play as many players as you can. But on the other hand, you know as a coach, your players are responding to stability. They are responding to consistent lineups. And when you see that, you can either run towards it or run away from it. And Mike Brown, he's chosen to run towards it. And over the last few games, has he been wrong? New York, 4-game win streak, undefeated at MSG. It looks like it's working. But in my opinion, you can still do all of this and get these results while developing the young players, playing them a little bit more. And the only way to do that is by playing the matchups. Exactly what I thought Mike Brown was going to do in the first place. Remember, one of the major reasons he was brought here is not only to win a championship, but also to develop the young Knick players. How are you developing these young Knick players if they're not playing any minutes consistently? That's really the only knock I have against Mike Brown over these last few games. And again, it's still early. I want to wait 25 full games before I give my full honest assessment of Mike Brown and the job he's doing in New York. But as of right now, that's really my only complaint. I feel like New York can and should do both. They can win games and they can play the young players, especially if they're playing the matchups. Whether or not that happens moving forward is all up to Mike Brown. But after his comments, I don't really see any young Knick players getting any playing time unless the playing time is in garbage time. But what about you guys? What do you think about Mike Brown stating that Ariel Hukporti is not even in his top 10 of players that he would play if he could play 10 guys consistently? Essentially stating that Hukporti is no longer in the rotation. Let me know how you feel about that in the comment section below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knick fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.